What's up, guys? We'll go to the freaks, and we are here for more Moon Knight episode 5, man. That ending, man, where we transition, we get to see like a fake Indiana Jones slash Tomb Raider, and we see the Stephen Grant persona is from this particular actor that is the main character of said series. We transition more so to an asylum where we get to see everybody that we kind of encountered throughout the series thus far in different versions of them in the asylum. We see Mark, the ties to his bed with his wheelchair, the Moon Knight figure, the village that we were in episode 1. Arthur Harrow is like his therapist slash doctor, psychiatrist, and Mark is trying to make sense of what's happened. Then Stevie pops up in the sarcophagus. Mark's free him from the sarcophagus, and we get to see them both together in the same shots, as well as seeing the reference and the more direct hit at the third personality. And then we get to end it off, this god, this hippo god, and wherever we are, we're gonna see. personally I think it's more so Mark is kind of passing into the afterlife slash the field of reeds, and maybe this goddess that we see, maybe she took the form of that kid at the beginning that asked him about the field of reeds, inferring that he was dead or that he did die. Because that was kind of a weird statement to be given by a strange child that's a complete stranger. So maybe she was spying on him the whole time, or maybe this is the god of the Avatar, Hathor, that helped Mark earlier to find the sarcophagus of Alexander the Great. Either way, I'm pretty sure we'll find out this episode. So without further ado, let's get into episode 5.
Oh, you're
What the heck?
Down, Mark.
Whoa, no way.
You're not a doctor. I feel real. I feel like a real doctor. Well,
Nah, he's not real. He's not real.
not a real doctor. Okay.
Trust your instincts, Mark. He's not real.
Now you got here. You told me that you were in a place that was oddly reminiscent of this office, except that it was in Egypt, right? And that you were with a rhinoceros and you're right.
You said get it right. A hippopotamus.
Before you got upset, you were talking to me about a boy. Do you remember that boy? You think you could tell me about that little boy?
She said it was all your fault in the flashback. So what happened in your backstory, Mark?
No, listen, Mark. Be gentle with him. Be gentle with him. Listen.
Oh, do not do this, Mark.
Oh man. Wow, these meds are really amazing.
He just got sedated and brought him back to this. Is that what's happening? Every time he gets sedated, he gets back into his mind.
I'm afraid you're actually quite dead.
Wow. So he is dead.
Until travelers to the realm of the Duat.
Duat.
Oh, we're in the Duat?
This is Tawerit.
That's okay.
And children.
We're crazy. We get in there, huh?
Afterlife, not the.
And afterlife. Okay.
You'd be surprised how many intersectional planes of untethered consciousness exist.
Yeah.
Like the ancestral plane. Oh, just gorgeous.
Wow, we really dropped that reference. The ancestral plane. Black Panther.
Recognizable to you. A cycle.
Wow.
First for me, but hey, we can roll with it, right?
So because he's
Why would we imagine this realm to be?
exactly, maybe because Mark's mind is so fractured. Yeah.
Right through these doors, for example. We go through here. There's going to be a bunch of patients, and there's Crawley probably about to yell, "Bing!"
Don't open the door. Oh.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What the hell? The boat over the sand.
What is this? This is the underworld.
Yeah, it is.
It was the sign of who you really were in life. If the scale's balanced by the time
It's not going to be balanced, man.
when a soul is permitted
It's not balanced. There's chaos in him. Like Arthur said in the first episode.
to drive, what are you proposing? If it comes to it, Kill the hippo, steal the boat.
Do you really think we could kill the hippo right now? Like, come on, man. I don't believe so.
Why is it doing that? Why is it moving like that?
I don't know.
Because there's chaos in him.
This boat contains all of her life's memories. Now, I don't know what you two guys have been hiding, but my advice, you get in there and show each other the truth. Balance your scales before we arrive at the field of reeds.
Interesting. So we taking a trip into the past. I like how they're doing this. We're taking that trip into the past, but it's kind of different than how we typically would do that.
Do you remember this?
That's the third personality. That's a cab, right?
You know how many streets have you
A
walked?
chauffeur, Jake Lockley. Let's hit this door first. No. Oh.
Just a creepy calf filled with dead bodies. That's all it is. No prizes. Guessing whose room this is. Yours. Funny. No. Oh no. Surely not. All of them? You killed all of them?
Wow.
And you remember each person?
Every person that you killed.
See how quickly you forget.
Wow. This man's really messed up, bro.
Mark,
Oh,
why is there a child
that's mad creepy, bro.
that you've killed? Steve, don't go near him. Man.
Oh, he said don't go near him. He's a problem. Oh, nope, he's running away. Yep. Nope, let's not go touch him. That this little kid. Why would you do that, Stevie? Stevie, why would you do this?
Mom?
Who's ready? Who's hungry? Roro?
Mom, come check out my drawing.
So,
He drew the fish with only
so her mom is real.
Yeah, that Dr. Grant. I sure do, Rosa. Sounds to me like danger.
Dr. Grant. This is something he's had since he's been a kid. What is... Mark is determined to not let Stevie know what is going on. What is about to happen? Did his brother drown? His brother drowned. Had to. And that's why his mom said it's his fault.
You were supposed to keep him safe?
Stephen, let's go.
Wow.
Let him drown.
Don't put it...
All your fault! This is all your fault!
Wow, you really gonna put that blame on your son? Sure, it may be his fault, but it's not like he drowned him on purpose.
She's not coming.
Wow, that's crazy.
Not feeling well, Mark. We'll do it just you and I this year. Okay?
Not even gonna celebrate his birthday?
You're always jealous of him.
Wow.
Since he was born.
She is a shit mom. That is crazy, man. Don't...
I should have known you would do something like this.
You should have known he would do something like this. You really blaming him? You really think he tried to kill his brother?
What happened in that room, Mark? All right.
What happened in the room?
You're supposed to fix this. I mean, why haven't you?
Wow.
I cannot lose another son. Please.
His pops is a good dude. That's what it seems like.
Terry, didn't have a ton of options after that, so I went work for hire for my old CO, Bushman. The job was to raid the tomb.
Bushman.
Dr. El-Faouly, Layla's dad.
And Bushman killed her.
Clearly. What happened to you?
R.I.P. to Layla's dad. He got shot as well, right? Wow, that's crazy. That's him crawling right there, huh? On the brink of death. Oh, he's about to kill himself. That's crazy, Mark.
What a waste. My vengeance. To be my final word against the evildoers.
Wow.
To bind your very being to me.
To bind your very being to me. And that's how they become intertwined.
I feel it. Fractured. Broken. Most fascinating.
Oh wow, that points back to what Arthur said.
Sneaky old vulture.
Yep, sneaky.
He's manipulating you from the start.
From the beginning, bro.
Still have. Mark, he was taking advantage of you.
Exactly. Exactly, Stevie. Taking advantage of him. He knew he was broken from the start.
As my fist of vengeance. As my moon knight.
Wow. That was dope. How we actually get to see it was slower with the eyes.
So what's going on?
Fear is spreading in the upper world. Unbalanced souls are being judged and condemned to the sands before their time.
Oh my gosh, Ahmed has been awoken.
Can you send word to Layla? Please help us free Khonshu.
Are you sure you want to be with Khonshu again? Seems like you really want to get away from him.
Yeah.
It is our only shot.
And it's the only right, it's the only chance, man. We just gotta do what we gotta do. Don't fall off the boat. Don't fall off the boat. Oh.
Get back inside! You don't have long. Get those scales balanced.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Look, we don't have to go back through it all again. We can just talk. Let's just talk right here.
Wow, he really does not want you to see it.
Don't make us go there again. It's not worth it.
This really is hitting hard for him. Why?
If Layla dies, that's on your head.
Exactly.
All your fault. No, you can't. I won't do it. I won't do it. You can't play me. You can't play me. I won't do it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on, man?
You think you created Stephen to hide from all the awful things you feel you've done in your life? Or do you think Stephen created Mark to punish the world for what your mother did to you?
I think it's the first way. I think Stephen was created to free his mind from his past, his trauma.
Open up to Stephen.
Okay, we in the room.
Mark, open this door. Open this door right now.
It's not my mom.
Do not open the door for your mom. Your mom seems like she is really trying to hurt you. Oh, wow.
Bloody hell. Look at the state of this place.
That's how far back we going. This is how far back he's had another personality.
When danger is near, Stephen Grant has no fear.
That's why he didn't want you to see this, Stephen.
I want to see what she did. I want to see what she did. You're not meant to see that. You're not meant to see that. That's the whole point of you.
Wow.
Gotten to live thinking that she loved you, that she was kind, that she's still alive.
Oh, wow. Mom is dead. Wow. So mom is real, but she's dead. Then who have we been calling?
Did he get a chance to speak with you?
Yeah, well, he lied to me. That's what he did.
Yeah, but he kind of did it to protect you, man. You can't fault. You can't, like, you could fault him, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I must.
You having a laugh as well? Because I don't want to hear it.
Stephen, I must.
You
Wow.
say that again. My mother is alive. You say that again, I will freak out. I promise.
you already you already are freaking out, Stephen. Nothing. Crazy. No, just the dial tone. Oh, wow. That's him waiting at the funeral. That's what we saw at the first door. Wow, man. This is really good. Oscar Isaac, man. He needs to be nominated for something after this, man. This man has killed it every single freaking episode. He's switching. Is this the third one?
What?
Wow, we switched to Steven.
This is it. Mom's death in Shiva 2 months ago. This was the moment our lives started bleeding into each other.
So her mother died 2 months prior to these events and everything started bleeding. Interesting. The lines became blurred right here. That was his breaking point. This is, oh my gosh.
Hey, did you feel
The ground.
Be rooting for you guys, but the unbalanced souls of the duat now must claim yours.
Oh no. What about the third personality? That's what it is. Show up. Show up for us. Oh, nah. I'm going back into that room on me. Oh my gosh, Mark. Nice job, Steven.
Mark.
Help him, Steven. Steven, help him. Help him. Help your buddy. This your man's.
I've got this too.
Let's go. Yeah. Stevie. Grab him. No way. No way. No way Steven's about to be lost. No way. No way. And then they...
The scales are balanced.
No fucking way. Stevie. My dude. And now we in the field of reeds. That is bananas. Okay, so Stevie, man. Stevie with the sacrifice to save Mark. It's kind of interesting and ironic because Mark has been, as we've seen, protected Stevie from all this mental and emotional harm, all of Stevie's, you know, like since he's conceived him. Out of his mind and from his, as a fragment of his imagination. And now in return, Stevie has protected Mark from being pulled by all the lost souls of the duat. It's gotta be a way that we could get Stevie back, man. I've grown too attached to him. I gotta see my boy, and most importantly, the Mr. Knight suit will be lost. I hate to say it that way, but the Mr. Knight suit would be lost, man. That suit is too tight to be lost forever. This episode, we meet Tawaret, the goddess of children and women. So we are actually in the afterlife. We're in one of Mark's realms of consciousness, you know, to get to the afterlife as we're passing through the duat, heading to the field of reeds. As we're passing through the duat, our skills are unbalanced, mainly because I think of the third personality and the fact that the third personality wasn't there since we did not open up the sarcophagus. So before we hit the field of reeds, the gateway, we need to make sure that our scales are balanced, otherwise we'll be pulled into the duat, as Stevie did later in this episode. So we kind of go through Mark's memories and his history to kind of balance our scales, and we get to see that early on Stephen Grant was already there, like they were already watching that show, him and his brother. We get to see his Jewish roots, and we get to see that they went into a cave, him and his brother, and Mark's younger brother died. He drowned to death, and it was an accident, but his mother became mentally damaged after that and started to put the blame on Mark and was very much abusing him for a good amount of time. And that's how we could see the Stevie personality to shield himself from that abuse. We changed to that personality to shield ourselves from emotional, physical, and mental harm. And it comes from the poster that's, in his room of Stephen Grant. Mark was very hesitant throughout all of this to let Stevie see these memories, because in effect he was trying to protect and shield Stevie from seeing this, because first of all, it would explain that Stevie is a fragment of Mark's imagination. He's not the original personality, as well as the fact that Mark has been taking the brunt and all the main force of the mental, physical, and emotional harm. We also get to see how Mark became Moon Knight. First, he left his father's home due to the abuse by his mother and all that, and he went on to be in the military. He left the military, he went AWOL. So his CEO, Bushman, he worked for him as a mercenary, and during the archaeological dig, Bushman, wanted no witnesses. So he killed all of the archaeologists, including Layla's dad and Mark as well. Mark as well was shot. He ends up crawling to Khonshu's home, and Khonshu greets him, offers him this deal to be his fist of vengeance in exchange for his life. He saved his life, and now Mark is due to servitude to Khonshu and Khonshu's will. Khonshu definitely manipulates Mark. He definitely manipulates Mark into becoming his fist of vengeance, becoming the Moon Knight. He already noticed, going back to Arthur's argument to Stevie in episode 2, he already noticed that Mark was broken. Arthur posed the question that, did he choose you because you were easy to break, or you was already broken? Khonshu chose Mark because he was already broken. He already had the multiple personality disorder, DID, and he chose him because he knew, since he was already broken, he would be more easily susceptible to manipulation and also be easier just to break down even further. Mark's tale is a tragic one throughout pretty much all his life, from the moment that his brother died. And the final straw that really broke Mark was his mother's death. Her mother's funeral, it really broke him down. He was crying emotionally. He was emotionally broken, and that's the moment where the line between him and Stevie began to blur, where the line became thinner and gradually became thinner and thinner to the point where it is now. And Stevie and Mark kind of have an agreement, a reconciliation, understanding better of each other, and they really have a nice moment until we arrive. And at this point our scales are not balanced still, and these lost souls come for us, and Stevie and Mark both fight it off, and ultimately Steven makes the sacrifice for Mark to keep him alive and falls off the boat. He falls off the boat into the Duat, and his soul is lost now. There were 3 personalities. Now, since there's 2, since Stevie has been lost to the Duat, the scales are balanced, and it immediately puts him in the field of reeds, and that's where we're ending, man. So interesting to see how we're gonna close this out in the next episode. I think it's really important for the show to stick to narrative, because it's been great thus far. So far the Disney Plus shows have not been able to do that. So I really hope that this show can break that trend and start a new one. So yeah, that's what I thought of this episode, man. This episode was really intense and emotionally charged, man. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Leave a like if you liked the video, and if you'd like to see more of my reactions to Moon Knight and other content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. With that, I'm David. Hope you guys have a great one. Peace.